Hello there, my name is Peter Thompson and this is one of my teaching DVDs, and this one is about the shaft and your left arm at a dress. Should the shaft and club left arm be in line, or should it not be in line? I personally think it should be in line. The main reason being is this. This is a hybrid, and if I address the ball with my left arm and club in line, I can then start the backswing by turning round, hips and shoulders, and pushing my arms away. That's a pretty normal first move. However, and this is an exaggeration, if my hands were here, I've then got to do that and then start the turn. So watch again. What do you think is easier? That movement? Or that one? To me it's pretty obvious, because we've taken out a movement in the swing that we simply do not need. That's good to me? Not good to me. I've then got to somehow change my left arm and club in the first part of the backswing. We're going to look at my computer screen now, and I'm going to show you some golfers, and we'll look at their left arm and club at address, just at address. Let's go and have a look. This is one of my pupils in my studio, and she plays on the Ladies European Tour. Pretty good golfer. Best finish I think last 2 years ago was 20th on the whole tour. And the left arm club is definitely all in line. This man is an amateur golfer, handicap down to +4, and again left arm club nicely in line, +4 handicap. Another of my pupils, he's had gross scores of 62, 61 and 60. The gross 60 was 12 under par at Sherburn Golf Course. An amazing score, maybe not exactly in line, but pretty much in line. And still in line. So 3 of my pupils, left arm club in line. All 3 of them in their first lessons with me had their hands slightly back, which to me gives you a slight problem in the takeaway. A lot of people, when they address the ball, let's say the ball is up towards the left heel, maybe 2 inches inside the left heel, club goes behind the ball, and then your head is behind the club head. If you then try and look down the shaft, which is there, I'm now looking straight down the shaft, so it seems to be in the right place. It's an optical illusion. Looking down the shaft is wrong because your head is behind the ball and the ball is towards your left heel. So you've got to make yourself push it forward. It will now appear to you to be leaning a long way to the left, but by looking on the screen it's more or less vertical. Maybe a little lean to the left, but more or less vertical. Best way to do this is to use a mirror or a camera, as I'm doing now, but mirrors are perfectly fine, and look in the mirror, get the ball up towards your left heel, and then get your left arm and club in line, then drop your right hand onto the club, head behind the ball, and then the shaft will appear to lean to the left, but in fact it isn't, because you can see that it isn't. So we're there. Another test is this. Hands too far back, the club now will drop down in between your knees. Left arm club in line, the club now, the butt will come down and drop down just about in the middle of your left thigh. It's a good test. Middle of the thigh. Too far back, in between your knees. We'll go back to my computer screen now. I'll show you two more golfers and we'll see where their left arm and club is at address. And this DVD is simply about left arm and club at address. This is Justin Rose, and I gave him this lesson 20 years ago now. When he was, I think he was 17 then, playing with +2. And you can see left arm club dead in line. And Justin clearly went on to become an extremely good golfer, and I'm glad he was an extremely nice young man. Most people like Ernie Els, like his swing, like the way he plays golf. Great guy. And there's the left arm club in line with the shaft, as you can see, leaning a little bit to the left. This is playing the second shot into the 18th at the Masters in a practice round. Ball slightly back, ball going up the hill, so shaft leaning slightly forward to make the ball go a little bit lower. But again, left arm club dead in line. Tiger Woods. Pitching wedge, and again left arm club dead in line. I'm not saying you have to have your left arm club in line all the time with all the clubs, and there are some brilliant golfers who don't. So it isn't a thing you have to do, it's just a thing that most good golfers tend to do. My lessons tend to be based on watching how the best golfers in the world play golf, have played golf, and try to get my pupils to follow some of the basic principles. This to me is one of them. I have in my studio hundreds and hundreds of books, and this is one of them. It's called the Masters of Golf. Quite tight, as you see, it's very well used. Masters of Golf, and the people featured in the book have won between them 64 major championships. It's a huge number. And this is Sam Sneed, and as you can see, the left arm club, this is the driver, is dead in 9. So not everybody in this book has the left arm club in 9, but the ones who have won 64 major championships. I guess the man who in my opinion has been the best golfer ever, and most people will probably agree, has been Jack Nicklaus. He's won 18 major championships, and I have his book, lots of his books, and this is one of the pages from the book, and I've drawn the line in myself, and as you can see, the left arm club is absolutely dead in 9. With every club he hit, the left arm club is in 9 from a driver right the way through to a pitching wedge. Nicklaus had the ball in the same position, as did Ben Hogan, Bobby Jones, lots of brilliant golfers, ball in the same position, left arm club in 9, just to make the first part of the swing that little bit easier. It's not guaranteed to make your takeaway perfect, but going back to my first illustration in this DVD, what is going to be better, that takeaway or that one? To me the answer is obvious. From this angle, hands too far back, we've then got to do that. Left arm club in 9, we can do that. It takes away a little movement that you simply do not need to have in the swing. Golf to me is a very, very, very hard game, and the more movements we can take out of the swing, the better. This is just one of them. So please try this. Ball towards the left heel, your head behind the ball, check in the mirror, left arm club in 9, butt of the club to fall about in the middle of your left thigh and probably just over the left knee. There, just over your left knee. Mirrors are great. I use them all the time, mirrors, cameras, and you need to be able to see yourself. Just standing there with no cameras in the mirror, you can't see yourself. And that's this lesson. Left arm club in 9 at address with every club in the bag, maybe not with the putter, but every other club, yes. Left arm club in 9. This will help. Try it. And thank you for listening. Thank you very much.